Hello, my name is Candice. I'm a certified mental health coach. I'm a social worker. I'm a poet. I mainly use this YouTube page to share a few mental health tips, but also just for my own creative expression, which is just really important for all of us, especially these days and with everything going on in the world. Today, I really want to talk about this idea of taking ownership when we are in friendships and relationships. There was definitely times in my life where I didn't know how to take ownership for my participation in a dynamic, whether that was my tone of voice, whether that was assumptions I was making in my head and not leading with curiosity, whether that was me just staying silent and expecting someone to read my mind. But we are, for the most part, 50% of every dynamic that we are participating in. And understanding what our part is can be really hard, can be really challenging. We often need help. I think as I've healed and grown and did my own work, and even as I help other people and clients I work with, it's also important to learn when something doesn't have anything to do with you, right? That's next level healing. That's like next level growth when you can be like, oh, that person's reaction, that person's struggles really doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm not doing anything harmful or hurtful to them. They're just reacting to things going on inside of them. And yeah, so I wrote a poem about my growth in that experience of being able to get to a point of like, okay, let me reflect on maybe what I could have done differently, whatever I could have said differently in a particular situation. But also let me recognize when that has nothing to do with me, like that is something that person is struggling with, and I can have kindness and compassion, but my kindness and compassion also has to come with limits. And I think that's true for all of us as humans, because if we are compassionate and kind without limits, we end up tolerating mistreatment, we end up tolerating abuse, or we end up mistreating and abusing other people if we don't have limits even in how we treat people. And so being human is hard. Like there's a lot that comes with it. We are layered, we are complex, everyone has a history, and we can get better, right? We can change, we can show up in healthier ways if we want to. And so this poem is titled It Was Never About You. And I read it once at an open mic and I was like, okay, I think I'm going to retire it. Like for me, sometimes I write a poem, I share it with the world, and then I'm like done. But I remember there was someone who came up after me and was like, this really helped me through a situation I'm in. So I was like, oh, okay, like maybe it'll help some other people. And so I wrote it from the perspective of my future self. So if we can imagine our future self, even if it's like 2 weeks from now or 6 months from now, most times we have a different perspective on the situation we just went through. We have more hindsight, maybe we've gotten more information, but when we're in it, right, you can't really fully understand like all of the details and everything that's happening. So, this is about, the vision is right, my future self sitting on a couch with my present day self and just helping me have some more perspective maybe about some situations I've been in, And so this is called It Was Never About You. His reaction was never about you. His reaction was about the gap between who he is today and who he thought he needed to be to deserve someone like you. Instead of being inspired, he felt exposed. Instead of growing, he hid behind defensiveness. Instead of leading with truth and honesty, girl, like a clown's best performance, he played in your face. And that version of fear will turn a beautiful connection into unnecessary conflict. But your genuine presence, your sincere effort, your authentic openness, and your emotional depth, that was not wasted. That is still evident you're grounded in the possibility of love, even when others are not ready to receive it. There is nothing for you to fix here, just a gentle invitation to what is waiting to be felt. He yelled, you stayed calm, met your own past in his voice, and this time, you chose you, because it's his reaction, it was never about you.